JW. I got a friend I've known for some time. His name is Court, and I love him dearly. He's amazing to me because he walks on crutches because of CP, but he runs 5 miles a day. Sometimes I ask him, man, how do you do that? And why do you do that? And you know what he tells me? Well, he just puts it like this. He says, JW, I'm the running man. I'm the running man. I'm the running man. Yeah, I am. I'm the running man. The running man. I'm the running man. I run around town, all around. Don't run nobody down. You know what he said? He said, hey, JW, stay out of my way. Hear what I say. I'm the running man. Yeah, hear what I say, y'all. Get out of my way. I'm the running man. I run around town, all around. Run nobody down. Phil, play it for me and Court Snyder, my boy. I'm liking that boy. Yeah. You know what he says? He says, come run with me. See what I see, JW. I'm the running man. Yeah. Come run with me, boy. See what I see. Whoa, I'm the running man. Yeah. I run around town, all around. Don't run nobody down. We got to go. We got to get out of here. But he's a running man. Here's one thing I know. We got to go, y'all. But he is
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us. I'm Steve Patterson, the mayor of Athens, Ohio. And before we really get into the program, while I pretend to be a real pro at Zoom platforms, just know that hopefully things will go really smoothly with today's hour-long program. As we go through this, the real pros are the government channel who have been doing this for a while. So I think you're really going to enjoy this. So sit back and enjoy the program. I also want to thank you all for watching and participating to honor the work of those in our community who are nominated to receive the 6th annual Athena Award from the City of Athens and the Athens City Commission on Disabilities. It is the only award that the city bestows upon anybody in any of our citizens, businesses, or organizations. I think that you're going to be absolutely amazed by the phenomenal things that our nominees are doing and how they are change agents, impacting the lives of people who live with different abilities. For the next hour, you're going to hear from commission officers, from last year's award recipient, from the Athens County Community Choir, which is always so wonderful to listen to, and from the 2020 Athena Award recipient, who is, I'm not going to tell you, I can't give that away. That individual doesn't even know who it is. So that will be kept a secret till the very end. It's been kept under lock and key by Price Waterhouse. Not really, but it has been kept under wraps. And we're going to treat this like the Academy Awards as we go through things tonight. I want to acknowledge the Commission on Disabilities for its diligent efforts in advocacy work, providing expertise, giving the voice to people with disabilities, informing our community about issues, and helping improve the quality of opportunity and full participation for everyone. Thank you, Commission on Disabilities. Our sign language expert interpreter today is Paige Fuentes, who, by the way, interprets for the majority of the commission meetings and Education and Outreach Committee meetings under the Commission on Disabilities. Paige, we appreciate you and everything that you do for the commission and our city. In July, the nation celebrated the 30th anniversary of the signing of the Americans with Disabilities Act on July 26, 1990. This act is a civil right law that prohibits discrimination based upon disability. On July 22nd of 2020, members of the commission joined me during my weekly press conference to recognize this historic act and to spotlight the work of the commission. I signed that proclamation encouraging all residents to pledge to eliminate discrimination against persons living with disabilities. Today, we salute our 2020 Athena Award nominees. The Athens County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and the opportunities the board offers individuals to learn, grow, and enrich their lives. Lions Club member John J. Beam III, and his advocacy for those with disabilities and being a true champion for Special Olympics. Havar Incorporated, and the agency's ability to connect people with and without disabilities in supportive and inclusive communities. Patty Mitchell, co-founder and executive director of Passionworks Studio, and her lifelong mission to create opportunities for artists with developmental differences. And disabilities advocate and volunteer, Glenda Murray, who helps individuals with high-risk behavioral issues and devotes her time to human rights advocacy. from all of us, including your family, friends, and colleagues, celebrate what you do every day to enhance the lives of people living with disabilities. On behalf of the City of Athens and the Commission on Disabilities, many thanks to each of you for the roles you play and have played over years to demonstrate what can be accomplished. And now, my dear friend, Davey McNelly, Chairperson of the Commission on Disabilities, will welcome you on behalf of the Commission.
Thank you very much, Mayor Patterson, and thanks for all you do and your support as a former member of our commission and former chair, and now your support as mayor. Thank you also to the members of City Council and to the mayor's office staff. So hello and welcome everyone to the 6th Annual Athena Award, a time to recognize the citizens in the Athens community who impact lives every day. Those who have disabilities, and those who are temporarily able-bodied, or TABs as we call them. It's my pleasure to have served as a commissioner for several years, as acting chair for a year, and now as chair for the past year. I would like to acknowledge other commissioners, Noah Tremblay, who's our vice president, Dr. Diane Bouvier, secretary and the mayor's designee, Dr. Carolyn Bailey Lewis, our treasurer, Scott Dennis, Rose Dekas, Barry Dilley, Samora Dower, Claire Geisigam, new communications committee chair, Sly Mata, our new chair of advocacy, Cheryl Przinski, Councilwoman Arian Smedley, who is the council's representative to the commission, and Dr. J.W. Smith. The mayor provides oversight to our commission. I'd also like to just take a moment to thank our Education and Outreach Committee and the 2020 Athena Award Committee. The co-chairs were Barry Dilley and Dr. Carolyn Bailey Lewis, and members Joan Butcher, Rose Dekas, Samora Dower, Claire Geisigam, Cheryl Przinski, and Dr. J.W. Smith. The committee increases awareness of and greater community participation with the commission, engages with civic and other groups as well as the media, has developed some exciting print pieces that better educate the community about our work, and recognizes outstanding service on behalf of those with disabilities. Each and every one of these commissioners has demonstrated a remarkable commitment to positive change for our disability community. All you do is greatly appreciated. And again, thanks for the Education Outreach Committee for handling these nominations. They were some great nominations. The commission, the full commission, meets the third Wednesday of each month, except December. We meet from 5 p.m. until 6 p.m., normally at the community center, but currently via Zoom. Everyone is welcome to attend. The Athens City Commission on Disabilities has had a tremendous year of growth and impact. We currently have 5 active committees, which do the majority of the commission work. The 4-person executive team, accessibility with over 12 members, advocacy with 4 members, communications with 5 members, and 8 members with education and outreach. So as you can see, we have 11 people on our commission, but we have much more, many more with our committees. We've worked with the city to fix sidewalks and build more accessible housing, perform walk and rolls for current and upcoming streetscaping projects. We've written letters and columns in local newspapers and revamped our social media presence to include daily information about disability rights and justice issues. We've also been working on an oral history project about the commission, have been partnering with Age Friendly Athens on intersections between disability and elderly issues, and have worked with the Southeastern Ohio Center for Independent Living, or SOCIL, to bring a Center for Independent Living to Athens in the near future, and we're very excited about that. It's been an incredible year, and we look forward to rededicating ourselves to being an advocate for people with disabilities in Athens and beyond. So again, thank you committee chairs, members, and those community members who serve and who are not on the commission. Any interested community member may join a committee, and we strongly encourage your participation. We gain our strength from you. The modern disability civil rights movement was started by people like us who are watching today, people who work for a more equitable, just, diverse, and accessible world. We need you to continue to make this change. If you would like to place your name in nomination to be a member of the commission, the criteria are on our website under City of Athens, along with other information about the commission. Appointments are made during the fall of each year. Expressions of interest and resumes should be sent to the mayor's office by mail, email, or taken in person. Our vice chair isn't able to join us tonight, so I'm also taking Mr. Noah Tremblay's spot in this as well. So to continue, this award is named for Athena or Athene, the shrewd companion of heroes and the goddess of heroic endeavor in Greek mythology. She is the goddess of wisdom, courage, inspiration, and justice. The award recognizes achievement in one or more of the following areas: improving the quality of life, advocating for issues, making a positive impact through volunteerism, developing new programs or services, offering exceptional customer service, or demonstrating innovation or entrepreneurship that has had a positive impact. So again, all these are in regards to people with disabilities. Submissions are accepted at any time through September 1st. We have changed the deadline from October 1st. Once submissions are received, the award committee reviews and discusses each candidate, votes by matrix or a grid, and places the results before the commission for a vote. The mayor reviews our results and affirms. Information about the award and the nomination process are on our city website, ci.athens.oh.us. Key in Commission on Disabilities after that. We always have a great list of nominees, and really excited for tonight. This is one of my favorite nights of the year, every year. And sorry we can't do it in person. The mayor's designee and our secretary, Dr. Diane Bouvier, will tell you about an opportunity for local artists and the award's history. So take it away, Diane.
Thanks, Davey. To get the technology working here. So the Athena Award evolved from a service award, and it was created by a former chairperson, Dr. Larry Jagaman. In later years, Mayor Patterson, who was then serving as the chair of the City Commission, along with the Service Award Committee, commissioned an award sculpture, updated the award criteria, and renamed this recognition as the Athena Award. And you saw the image of the award earlier on the screen. The award sculpture that was selected was designed by sculptor Kevin Morgan, and this is the final year that his sculpture will be used as the award. Now, we are excited to let people know that we are calling all artists in the greater Athens community to submit designs for the creation of a new Athena Award. The physical award should capture the artist's vision of an inclusive community and be inspired by the award's namesake. It should be a three-dimensional award that can be held, is rich in texture, it's nice to touch, and it's a delight to look at. And the award must be able to display the name of the recipient, the date, and the Athens City Commission on Disabilities in both Braille as well as just written. The requirements are to, 1, submit a design, 2, include a statement on the vision behind the design, and 3, be responsive to the recommendations by the Commission. The Commission will accept designs now through May 29th, 2021. We will get to 2021 someday. The selection will be announced in June 2021. The successful artist will receive a stipend of $1,800 for the design and the creation of the 6 awards. Detailed information is on our city's website, or you may email disabilitiescommission@ci.athens.oh.us. with the subject line Athena Award Artist Inquiry. We know that there is an artist out there who would like to do this, and we look forward to receiving your nominations. Now, I would like to just tell you who some of the previous recipients have been for the Athena Award. In 2015, Dr. Larry Jagaman, who was the former commission chairperson. In 2016, Michael Pletcher was the former commission member and director of ATCO. 2017, Dr. Noriko Kantaki, the Appalachian Family Center for Autism and Disability Resources and Education. 2018, Elise Sanford, founder, Athens Photo Project, and one of NAMI's founders. And 2019, Dr. J.W. Smith, advocate and communication studies professor, Ohio University. These recipients demonstrated time and time again their commitment to enhancing and enriching the lives of people who live with disabilities. We thank you and we salute them. Last year was a special year and we celebrated. 2019 was the 15th year since Mayor Abel and the City Council, championed by then Councilwoman Debbie Phillips, signed the ordinance to create the Athens City Commission on Disabilities. Thanks to the late Clarissa Campbell and her sister Barry Dilley. We thank them for their being insistent that we have a Disabilities Commission in Athens. And they really were persistent and insistent that this be put in place, and we really appreciate it. We really appreciate that. Last year, we surprised Barry with a proclamation stating that. 2019 was also the 5th year since we presented the first Athena Award. So it was really a milestone year. Now, to tell you all about his experience as the 5th annual Athena Award recipient, his early years on the commission, and why he decided to become a commissioner once more is Dr. J.W. Smith. He's going to talk about why it's important for you as a community member to get involved in this work. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. I can't believe it's been a year. It's gone so quick. I was so elated to be nominated, and I didn't know what to expect. So I walked into Arts West, and I smelled all the great food, and the atmosphere was so festive. And it was like an awards ceremony. So I'm like, wow, this is pretty amazing. I'd never been to one. So I was honored to be nominated. And when I saw the other nominees, I'm like, that's all I need. I'm good. This is wonderful. And I sat there and heard all the reminiscence from Mayor Abel and about the founding and the program unfolded, and I got to walk up on stage as a nominee, and I was just happy. I was fine. And then when they called my name, I just knew I didn't hear right. I was like, it was such an overwhelming experience. But I'll tell you what really got me was two things. One, when they played the video of me whistling, and when they put the statue in my hand, it was so ornate and heavy, and it just signaled this is pretty special. And through all my tears, I thought about those early years with Barry Dilley and her sister Clarissa. Clarissa used to be a member of the National Federation of the Blind, our chapter here. And I'll remember Clarissa, she always wanted one more chocolate chip cookie. She was so funny and such a wonderful person. And I was in the room the night they finally passed the commission, and my mind just went back to that. And I made up my mind that night. I said, you know what? I'm going to get back involved with this group. This is one way for me to pay it back, pay it forward, pay it back, whatever you want to say. I'm going to get back involved just to show my gratitude. And it was a great decision. I've enjoyed myself so much. I've had the chance to go out as a member of the Education and Outreach Committee and talk to others about why they should get involved, why you should get involved. We need you. We don't want this committee to just be just a committee just sort of as a placeholder, just to say we've got something. I am so proud of this small city in terms of numbers and what we've done in this area. So I encourage you to join our committees, to come to our meetings via Zoom. One day we'll be back in the community center and doing these live. Please join us, especially if you're a parent of someone who's differently abled keep in mind, Barry and Clarissa were sisters. That's how it works. We really, really do need you. And I want to thank the mayor and the committee for allowing me these few words. Now, the Athens Community Choir, founded and directed by Stephanie Morris, is a choir for all voices who love to sing. Director Morris says the choir is not only about performing, but enjoying a good time rehearsing for their performances. So without much further ado, here are the singers with their rendition of God Bless America.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. This is Dr. Carolyn Lewis. And thank you, Stephanie, and the singers for that wonderful rendition. When you sent it to me, Stephanie, it doesn't take much to move me, but this does. Or I should say it takes a lot to move me. But this really moved me. And when I heard the rehearsal and what you sent me, so thank you so much. The video compilation was by Sarah May. I'm the treasurer of the commission, and it's my honor to present the 5 nominees for the 2020 Athena Award. The first one is the Athens County Board of Developmental Disabilities. Dr. Kevin Davis is the superintendent. He was nominated by Arian Smelly, but he decided that because of the work of the board itself, that he would rather the board be nominated. So he was supported by Marion Watson, Lenny Lyson, Jill Thompson, Dr. Noriko Kantaki, Bridget Gargan, Executive Director of the Ohio Association of County Boards, Richard Susters, and Dr. Jason Jolly. Again, he asked that because he was so supported by his staff and his team, that his name be withdrawn and replaced by the Athens County Board team. He said, I respectfully ask that the work of the ACBDD is highlighted. All the work that I do would not be possible without the support of the agency. The team, he says, is what's important. The ACBDD should be highlighted and not me individually. Thank you, Dr. Davis. This is exactly why he was nominated. He couldn't be with us tonight and representing the board. is Autumn Brown, Director of Integrate Athens. There are 7 board members who represent a cross-section of the community. In complete disclosure, I am one of those board members. While the agency has a number of accomplishments in the last few years, we highlight its exceptional response to COVID-19 with the following narratives supplied by Assistant Superintendent Arian Smedley. Due to strong leadership, the ACBDD was proactive in planning its COVID-19 response as early as February. The agency's leadership team was preparing its own staff and provider agencies in the county for uncertainty that lied ahead. When Beacon School announced its need to transition students to virtual learning, the ACBDD was the first agency in the county to provide free home deliveries of breakfast and lunch to students and their siblings. Several adults served by the ACBDD were also included in these meal deliveries to facilitate their need to stay home and minimize their exposure. Almost 10,000 meals were made and delivered between mid-March through mid-July. Meal deliveries resumed at the start of the mostly virtual school year. The ACBDD immediately began securing vital personal protective equipment, PPE, for both its own staff and, more importantly, for the provider agencies in the county who were on the front lines of the pandemic. Ensuring health and safety became the primary focus. This meant staff became extra vigilant in connecting with the individuals in their caseloads to make sure everyone had their basic needs met, that PPE was readily available, and that all safety measures were being followed to keep them healthy. Several food boxes were delivered in the spring and summer and continue today. The agency's Employment Services Division continued helping those served with their employment needs. Several individuals had their hours cut or were laid off due to COVID-19, but ACBDD staff members were there to help them find new jobs, help them learn the new safety protocols for when they were ready to return back to work. Thank you, Athens County Board of Developmental Disabilities. John J. Bean III, a member of the Athens Lions Club. Jay was nominated by Dr. Michael Harrington, Brian Shapiro, and the Lions Club. Kindness in action. When caring people join together, roll up their sleeves to take actions to make their community better, it's a beautiful thing and an incredible feeling for everyone involved. That's what Lions is all about. Leading by example, building relationships, and improving the world through kindness. It's 1.4 million caring men and women serving together so they can make a lasting impact and change more lives. Jay has been a member of the Athens Lions Club since 1994. Everyone in the club recognizes Jay as a true champion and advocate for the disabled. Every year, Jay leads the club's participation in the area's Special Olympics events that is typically held in April at the Alexander School Complex in Albany. Dr. Harrington said when he joined the club in 2014, he joined because it was one of the signature activities where they had direct engagement with the local community and how they served the disabled community. The motto of the Lions Club is "We Serve," and Jay leads the club in service by example for his drive to engage our organization with the disabled in our community, says Dr. Harrington. Jay is being recognized for his longtime support of people with disabilities. He has worked with the local coordinators and the club to ensure that the Lions members come out to support the athletics of Special Olympics events by acting as officials for track events. Special Olympics is a global movement of people creating a new world of inclusion and community where every single person is accepted and welcomed, regardless of ability or disability. They're helping to make the world a better, healthier, and more joyful place, one athlete, one volunteer, one family member at a time. Without Jay and his efforts, the organization and its operations of these track events would suffer. Ben Shapiro, Lions Club president in 2019, says Jay has served the club with exceptional dedication, that Jay has always given freely of his time and talents. Thank you, Jay. Nominated by Debbie Schmetling, who was employed by HAVAR for 39 years, HAVAR, with current director Shelby Rhodes, was established in 1972. Its core values, hospitality, integrity, fiscal responsibility, continuous evaluation, person-centeredness, tenacity, adventure, and endure, are all exemplified by its staff of approximately 150 people. HAVAR serves citizens with developmental disabilities across Athens, Washington, and Meigs counties. It also provides day activities in Athens, Building Bridges Adult Center, providing community inclusion opportunities on a regular basis. Throughout its activities and services, HAVAR staff focuses on person-centered planning, creating a life plan together with each individual served, in collaboration with their important friends and family. In many cases, this plan has led to meaningful community employment, whether in a local business or through self-employment. In others, it's helped to establish long-term goals for desired housing, education. HAVAR has also supported many citizens with disabilities to use their voices in the service of positive public policy. Through its People First organization, individuals have learned to write to policymakers, meet with legislators, lead meetings, make presentations, vote, and facilitate their own planning meetings. To the next page. It would be difficult, Debbie says, to nominate any one person for this award, which speaks to the level of shared commitment of the organization as a whole. The agency provides in-home support that includes help with all activities of daily living, depending on the need. HAVAR employs a seasoned manager whose responsibility to convene circles of support around individuals served and to facilitate planning for a desired future. The agency offers several models of competitive and integrated employment opportunities. Debbie says in the age of COVID, HAVAR's direct line staff have stepped up to ensure that our neighbors with disabilities have the support and services that they need. This means face-to-face and extended means of care. Commitment and creativity, she adds. There is no work from home for these fine advocates. Thank you, HAVAR. Patty Mitchell was nominated by Emily Beveridge with support from Dr. Rosemarie Basile, Mark Hathwork, and Denny Knapzinger Hathwork. Emily says, when she thinks about what makes Athens unique, many defining characteristics come to mind. Our picturesque uptown, rolling hills, welcoming people, and of course, our vibrant arts community. Within our arts community, Passionworks stands out as a beacon of light and inspiration for our city. The works of the Passionwork artists can be seen hanging in local businesses, on banners celebrating annual festivals, and within several new murals in public spaces. And of course, hundreds of passion flowers bloom in offices, homes, and even in front of the Athens Community Center. All of this wonderful art would not have been possible without the tireless work of Patty Mitchell. Those who know Patty understand that her entire life's work is focused on creating opportunities for artists with developmental differences. This has included the creation of Passionwork Studio, which has allowed participating artists the chance to work collaboratively with the entire community and have their work be seen and valued. Wherever she can, Patty advocates for artists through lectures, events, and gallery shows. The art of Passionworks has been displayed throughout the state of Ohio and throughout the country and has been featured in many publications and media. Patty also founded Creative Abundance Consulting, which has allowed her to share her programming model to organizations beyond Athens. The fact that Passionworks Studio has flourished in Athens would not have been possible without the unique vision of Patty Mitchell. Patty's vision has amplified the voices of countless artists with developmental differences and created community connections through the arts in ways that define what makes Athens a special and welcoming place. Thank you, Patty. Glenda Murray has been a peer volunteer for 21 years. Nominated by Tina Mason with support from Autumn Brown, David Sinkoff, and Elizabeth Graham, Tina says, Glenda is very engaged with the folks she serves at ATCO and is thoughtful and patient in her approach and to the clients she's assisting. Glenda has a very sophisticated, intuitive sense of clients' needs. She is a thoughtful advocate for those who have no physical voice of their own. Glenda's keen level of insightfulness while addressing issues and concerns during her time at ATCO has been a gift for those she serves. Glenda has assisted those in the following ATCO activities: swimming with clients, attending and assisting in parades, picnics, and trips to various venues, helping others feed, and helping them in comfortable new environments. And Glenda is calming to folks who may feel anxious at a particular event. Her continuous nurturing with her relationships and her clients is noticed. Along with that, Glenda obtained her own job at the Kids Place, a daycare center in the Plains. Glenda makes snacks, assists children when appropriate, and does any janitorial services that are required. Ms. Mary is well respected by her coworkers, her direct supervisor, and the children delight in having her at the center. Glenda is comfortable voicing her own viewpoints during discussions and doesn't hesitate to ask questions for clarifications. She has a lot of pride in who she is, are quite confident in the way she presents herself, which comes very natural to her. Elizabeth Graham says she spends most of her life helping people to change the way that she has changed hers, gaining independence, volunteering, and recognizing the gifts of others. She works diligently with other ACBDD Human Rights Committee members, says David Sinkoff, in helping them understand the complex medical, social, and behavioral characteristics involved in helping to improve the quality of life for those with disabilities. Autumn Brown says, because she lives her life as a person with a disability who has experienced inequity and unaccepting moments that people like her endure, she is taking those experiences and grown. Mayor Patterson, and thank you, Glenda, and all those who nominated her. Mayor Patterson, thank you for your being there always for us and for your support of this commission. We appreciate you. Thank you, Mayor Patterson, so much.
Thank you, Carolyn. And thank you again to everything that the Commission on Disabilities does for our community. Now, unfortunately, we can only give out one award a year. I wish we could award each one of these amazing nominees the award. And hopefully with the magic of Zoom technology and the Athena Award, it is time to announce the 2020 recipient of the Athena Award. And that recipient, it is my pleasure to present Patty Mitchell as the 2020 Athena Award recipient. And with the magic of Zoom technology and Diane being socially masked and distanced from the recipient, they are hopefully transferring that award.
You're so funny. She's here. Yay! Who was there? Can't be somebody. I'll put on my mask and say hi. Hi, Diane. Wow. Congratulations! It feels like one of those, I don't know, Reader's Digest. You won the sweepstakes. That's right.
Anyway, I have directions for you. Are you on?
I am. We're right there.
Hey! Congratulations, Patty.
Thank
we
you,
are
Diane.
so excited for you to receive the Athena Award.
Oh, that's so kind. I'm thrilled to come out with a little bit of light we have.
So I think Steve Patterson has to talk more.
Okay.
And then there's a video, and then you get to talk, and you have up to 5 minutes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
But I would right away.
Passion Works is a collaborative community arts center in Athens, Ohio, with a core group of artists with developmental differences, where the whole community works together to collaboratively make art, which includes puppets, paintings, all kinds of extraordinary things. So the mission of Passionworks Studio is to inspire and liberate the human spirit through the arts. We do that by encouraging connection, purpose, and belonging. And in this space for 20 years, we have been experimenting and exploring different mediums and different approaches so that the arts are accessible to everyone. So when Dr. Lynn Harder approached us about collaborating with another nonprofit, and we learned that it was Turn It Gold, we did not hesitate. We were like, how, when, what can we do?
Turn It Gold is a nonprofit whose mission is to change the landscape of cancer care. Its headquarters are housed in Houston, Texas, but it works with communities across the nation, really all united by their desire to raise awareness about childhood cancer and the long-term late effects of treatment.
I think it is a superpower of the studio that we can create visual evidence for others' missions and then really link it and make it our own as well. The studio is known for its three-dimensional metal flowers. The passion flower is the official flower of Athens, Ohio, and it can be found across the U.S. and even in other countries. The flower itself is made up of 90% of upcycled materials. We start with metal printing plates that were resourced from a local newspaper. We paint and decorate the metal, and this is a job for our core group of artists with developmental differences. We also invite volunteers, which includes community members, students, Ohio University faculty, administrators. Once the aluminum sheets are painted and decorated, we then cut the petals out and we assemble the flowers by screwing the petals into blocks of wood, creating the sculptural effect. We now have a Turn It Gold product line where 20% of the sales are donated directly to Turn It Gold. Gold flowers are a huge part of this. Well, the hospitals that we have partnered with, they can't keep the flowers in stock. There are many areas within hospitals where fresh flowers are just not allowed. But passion flowers, because they're metal, the hospital gift stores can have them and they can be gifted on different wards. So we really want to make them available across the U.S. We want to turn it gold, and we want to do it with passion.
So before we turn this over to Patty to give her hopefully unrehearsed acceptance speech, I want to read a couple quotes of those who nominated her for this award. Denny Hafziger-Hackworth said, "She invited me to bring Hocking College writing students into the studio to write with the workshop participants. There was no such thing as failure, and the most significant benefit of the experience was to motivate me to move my sister with cerebral palsy from Illinois to Athens. I wanted my sister to be a genuine part of a community, our community here in Athens. My sister took pride in her work and no longer felt like a burden to anyone. And then Dr. Rosemarie Basil says, she has helped to reframe the way our community sees itself. We are kinder, more inclusive, and certainly more joyful, in part because of this extraordinary advocate. And Denny sums it up well, I think. That is, I can think of no one more deserving of the Athena Award than the woman behind the flower that we know as the official flower of Athens. The woman behind the magic, puppets, the magic puppet parades that people travel miles to see. The woman, through her life's work, inspires joy, art, making, collaboration, and inclusion. Our own Patty Mitchell. Congratulations, Patty. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Steve, Mayor Patterson of Athens, Ohio. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. This is, it was delivered right at the doorstep, which is just so sweet. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I'm so happy to be able to celebrate with all of the Passionwork artists in our community to celebrate what is Athens, which is Passionworks. And we've been making and celebrating each other for 22 years now. Through Ohio Arts Council grants we began, and the county board hosted us at ATCO, having a little space in the back room that grew into a bigger space and a bigger space. And then, so grateful to Carol Sanborn and other members of at ATCO that allowed not only the physical space, but the mental space to say yes to the possibility. And the flower has just grown, and now we're making part of the process of making the flower is happening at the community's makerspace, previously reused. And so we're beginning to advance our production outside of our studio and inviting community members into alternative types of employment. And we're just thrilled. I can't think of, part of this being able to make a life here in Athens is having some kind of idea or like crazy kooky thing and say, hey, Mayor, what if we did this? Hey, Ohio University, what if we did this? And it's just a beautiful playground for adventure. And I'm so grateful to be part of this community. So thank you so much. And please come visit us at Passionworks, 20 East State Street, and see the new mural that's behind the Valero off of Court Street, and also at the one that's up at our library, the Athens County Library, and see us. So thanks again, and great to be here. Appreciate it.
Well, congratulations again, Patty. You are just a cherished individual in our city and recognized by all, as well as all of our nominees. Again, I want to congratulate you, and I want to congratulate all the nominees and those that took the time to put forward nominations or to write letters of support for the Athena Award. I also want to pay tribute to two longstanding commissioners, commission members, whose terms expire next month. The first one is Scott Dennis, who was with the early commission and always brought a perspective to us from his work for many years with Havar. The other individual is Barry Dilley. Although Barry is no longer a commissioner, she is still going to serve on the Education Outreach Committee. Along with her sister, Barry had a laser focus on getting a commission started, and now is seeing some of her other lifetime desires for the community, such as a Center for Independent Living and accessible housing, come to fruition. Barry and Scott, thank you for your dedication and committed service to the Commission on Disabilities. I also want to acknowledge the government channel, Scott Thompson and Ryan Schwartzoff, for live streaming this event tonight, and archiving it on the city's Facebook page. Scott and Ryan, you guys always do an outstanding job, so thank you. I also want to recognize Patricia Morris Whitmer, as executive assistant to my office, for her support through all the work that the Commission on Disabilities has been involved in and keeping me in line, as well as being kind of a connection point between the Commission on Disabilities wants and desires and my ears. Claire Geisigam, the newest member of the commission who actually started on the Education and Outreach Committee. Thank you. She is a public relations manager at HAPCAP and is responsible for the great visuals that you all are watching tonight with the slide presentation. To get involved in any way, contact the commission. You can make a difference in our community. Believe me, you can make a difference in our community. As Davey said earlier, you are needed to connect with us in all of our efforts to make the city more accessible to all. Send your name and email address to the email address listed, and we will send you commission meeting notices as well as how to participate with the Commission on Disabilities. A special thank you to Davey and the Commission and the 2020 Athena Award Committee. I know that work is not easy, and I laud you for taking on that distinguished role of identifying our recipient. And I want to thank all of you who are joining in today. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching, again, the only award that the city bestows upon a citizen, organization, or business. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
This is JW. I got a friend I've known for some time. His name is Court, and I love him dearly. He's amazing to me because he walks on crutches because of CP, but he runs 5 miles a day. Sometimes I ask him, man, how do you do that? And why do you do that? And you know what he tells me? Well, he just puts it like this. He says, JW, I'm the running man. I'm the running